Ooh, that was kind of low.
Yeah, no kidding.
Were you trying to chip the ball?
Yeah, I was. You caught me. Over the bunker. I was trying to chip it over the bunker.
Wow. Okay. Well, this is what we see with our students all the time. And we saw it today in golf camp here at Creighton Farms. Kristi's here with me from Canada, and we worked with 8 wonderful students, and we're working on understanding the differences between chipping and pitching. And we'd like to share some of those thoughts with you because they helped our golfers, so I'm sure they can help you too. If you're standing around the green, hitting everything with one style setup and maybe just one club selection, you're missing the boat. There's got to be at least 2 variations of ways to hit shots around the green, a low shot and a high shot. And even if you use your most lofted wedge, with the setup to hit a low shot, it's just not going to land soft enough to provide us the control that we want for a shot like this, where we need the higher shot, we need that soft landing. So the setup elements that you just used there are pretty common, and we talk about chipping a lot with shaft lean, back ball position, and a sensation of hitting down on the ball. And if we do that, you can see how low of a trajectory that ball's coming out. And even though she cleared the bunker, by the time that ball's landing, it is peeling over the green. And what club is that?
It's my approach wedge.
Approach wedge. If you even did it, I'm going to challenge you here. If you did this with...
I'm up for a challenge.
I'm going to make you do it with your 56, which is a typical sand wedge, and we would use this for a high lofted shot. But even with the 56, just to prove my point, she uses that same technique. It's still not high enough to land softly on the green, so we have that control with our shot. So really, this is about changing our setup, not necessarily even club selection, because either one of these wedges could be successful if we just set up the right way. So if we want to hit the high shot, there's really 3 things we need to discuss: ball position, shaft lean, which correlate together, and lie angle. And that's a big deal that goes overlooked a lot, or really just misunderstood. So the first one being ball position. Let's go ahead and demonstrate a back ball position. And can everybody see how this handle is leaning in front of the club head, right? We've got all that shaft leaning forward. That's de-lofting the face. So just simply, Kristi, let's move our feet over and show a more neutral ball position. And of course, immediately the shaft lean looks different. Now, can we say our pressure is 50-50 or still leaning a little bit on the front leg?
60-40, maybe 60 on the front.
So we can be leaning to the green without leaning the shaft. This is possible, but a lot of people think it's one or the other. So we can have our cake and eat it too. We can lean a little left without all the shaft lean if our ball position is more middle to front of our stance. Now, there's options. We can have a square face. We can choose to spin the face a little open inside of our grip. That also will add loft. But there's a sneaky third one, which I alluded to, which is lie angle, that also will add loft without even having to spin the face open. So let's show that one.
Okay, so we're middle of our stance. Not in the back. So I've got chipping. I'm close in, right? What are we gonna do? We gotta get it higher.
So let's go ahead and take a step back away from the golf ball. And as you create this space, naturally the handle is going to start to lower actually, and you can even exaggerate more by sitting down in your legs and getting the handle to sit down more between your knees. When we lower the handle, immediately that club loft is going to be exposed, and if you're not in the rough and you're on a tight lie, it actually helps to expose the bounce of the sole as well. So right now we have a center to forward ball position with a low handle, and our posture is also sitting a little bit low. So let's compare. Let's do a quick chipping setup. So let's get nice and close and tall in that back ball position, and then let's shuffle back over to a nice pitching setup. So you can see the difference in the spacing from being close and tall and leaning to being back and low and neutral. And this centeredness that she's explaining and showing and demonstrating right here is so good for these high shots, because at this point her geometry is really working in our favor to hit that high ball. Now we just need to swing. And that low handle does something else that's kind of cool. I feel like it sets the wrists in a position where it inspires a little bit more wrist hinge. So what the heck is wrist hinge, by the way? It's up-down motion of the wrist. You see that? So it's not a sideways twisting. This would be not quite the wrist hinge we're looking for. We're looking for this vertical feel, and that's going to develop in our backswing from that setup a lot more than if the handle was higher. So everything here is working in our favor to hit that high shot. Awesome. There it is. Wow. Now
Much
that was
better.
high and soft and landed really beautifully with a good steep landing angle to settle as it lands on the green. That's what we want in a pitch shot.
I love that a lot more than chipping it. Let me tell ya. Try that again.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
There we go.
Now we are dialed in.
Dialed.
We got one more thing to show you. A bonus tip in this video. We're gonna hop in the bunker because we want you to see how what we just did here with those adjustments works so good when we get in the sand, because honestly, pitching and bunker, pretty much the same thing. All right.
You mean I can keep it the same?
You can keep it the same.
I like it. So we've got forward of middle. We're gonna, we don't have to open it too much. We're feeling a little left pressure. Handle low. Man,
beautiful shot.
That feels so good to take the pitch shot into the bunker. And I really didn't have to change anything. I feel so positive about lowering that handle and just keeping that same tempo and just feeling like that energy I just had stays.
Automatic.
Oh,
let's not
I'm ready to play.
overcomplicate the bunker. It's just a pitch shot.
Yeah.
The sand happens to be there under and around the ball. We are going to be interacting with the sand, but really with that forward ball position, it gives us room to enter the sand just behind the ball and let the club do the work to catch some sand, lift that ball out, and do it with some nice speed and some spin in the process. That was beautiful. Look at that nice shallow divot.
And you feel so good. Like we watched 8 ladies today work from pitching to bunker, and it was like, if we don't have to overcomplicate it and learn something new, if we can take that skill into here, bonus, right?
Totally.
Work smarter, friend. Work smarter.
That's right. That's right.
We got this.
That's right. We got this. And you got this. So definitely share this with a friend that needs to hear about how to hit the high shot near the green. If they're just chipping from everywhere and you can see that they've got all that shaft lean in the back ball position for every shot, send them this video. They need to see this video and get that ball position up and lower the handle. Those adjustments work so well for any lie, truly, but they also clearly works in the sand trap. So double bonus. Hope you enjoyed this tip. Thanks for watching us here on True Swing.
I'm sending it to a couple friends. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. It's so fun.
All right, you guys, we'll see you next time here on YouTube.
Bye.
If that golf tip helped you feel even a little more natural in your swing, hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot more to share. And if you want to take the next step, download our free gift linked below. You'll love what's inside. See you in the next video.